What is up, guys? Welcome to the transparency. It's a Friday night. Karen Reed and Alan Jackson, they show up to Good Morning America today, which was awesome to see. Like I've been saying all along, you need to attack the investigation, attack the police. Okay, that's the problem here. So Karen Reed and Alan Jackson, but not Turtleboy on Good Morning America. In other news, we're going to get to the Karen Reed filing, but I need a minute.
You don't say stuff like that. You're such a nice guy. I'm going to show you exactly why I'm saying what I'm saying. And anyone who want to come at me after that, I'm going to say like Aiden, you can fuck all the way off. Because if you support what she did to me, what she have said about me, I don't want you. You can fuck right off. If you think what she did was appropriate, well, Jen Altman said bad things. I never said a word about her. I never said shit about her when she was sitting there. Oh, from news from Denmark, a little baker boy burned down his bakery while he was masturbating to titties that got online. And I'm funny. Oh, Baker can move down because I don't like what he says in DMs. Fuck you.
Welcome to Truth and Transparency. What is this? Baker, and I'm like, oh, you guys, you know when your phone just like kicks into another gear and you're like, you're watching what you think that you're watching, and the next thing you know, I mean, you're like, what the fuck is this? You guys, I thought this was so funny because it just kicks on when I am about to tee off at the golf course, and it is, I mean, titled "For Loco." Let's go, Loco.
Take your pathetic thin skin and fuck off. I don't give a shit about you. You can do all the shows you want tomorrow. Congratulations, you finally got some content. Someone don't like me. I'm a victim. You're always the victim, aren't you? Loved your story about your husband. I really hope it was true. Very detailed. You forgot that little part. Oh, I slept so well for 2 nights. Oh, except yesterday when I didn't sleep at all. People are...
What is going
on to all your little lies. Well, it's not little lies because you can't lie a little bit. You lie constantly. And people call you out, and what do? You get fucking defensive and you start beef with someone else.
No character. I know who people are. I'm telling you. By the way, I'm never fucking wrong.
I'm never fucking wrong. She's a...
Oh my God. Aiden Carney must be going nuts. His two besties are literally fighting on the internet while Karen Reed is suing the police and going on Good Morning America. Broken Baker is losing his mind. You guys, Karen Reed is suing the fucking Massachusetts State Police and the Canton Police Department. We have two bigots. We got two racists. We got two, Lana. We have come on. This is what's going on. Well, Karen Reed's at Good Morning America.
Good person. Recognizing the real ones. She's a woman who needs help. She does.
You will promptly get a response from me that says, go fuck yourself. Don't send me shit from X anymore. Don't send me this. You mean to tell me that before I go, you mean to tell me that the baker got a gift from Jessica Walsh of crocheted butt plugs and dildos, a fleshlight, and what looked like a titty that you could touch? I don't know what that titty did. Some sort of silicone titty. I've never seen.
Did she just say a fleshlight? This is Tina with What the Fuck Translation Services. Did you say a flashlight or a flash or a flesh?
Not before. I don't know exactly. Crocheted butt plugs and dildos, a fleshlight and what looked like a titty that you could touch. I don't know what that titty did. Some sort of silicone titty. I've never seen that before. I don't know exactly what was going on with that one.
Let me tell you exactly what that titty did. Sorry.
Oh my God. Is he going to show his titty? You guys, first of all, I said, oh my God, why is Broken Baker locked in a bedroom? What's going on? Josh Machado is...
Those flashlights, all of that shit that she sent me. Why the hell is my window so shitty? I'm trying to figure it out so I can see. And I'm gonna be real because I'm not afraid. I'm not ashamed of it. I got sent some nudie pics from a lady.
I got sent some nudie pics from a lady. You guys, what in the what? Give me more courageous. What the fuck is going on? I don't even know. I was like, what is this?
Okay.
It's okay. You don't have to tell anybody that though. It's just your business, buddy. Like you don't owe anybody anything ever.
I responded to that because what do you do is you say, "Oh, tits, I don't like that. I'm a single man. Don't show me titties." No. I flirted with her for
What the fuck?
about 2 weeks. And then she did exactly the same thing to me that she did to Jake. She went fucking insane. This woman texted me, emailed me, DM'd me between 16 and 18 hours a day from I love you till I'm gonna die if you don't pick up the phone. This is
This is Tina with What the Fuck Translation Services. What the fuck is going on here? Welcome, you guys, to the transparency, bringing you the Karen Reed, Alan Jackson, not Turtleboy, go to Good Morning America. They go to New York. But I had to start Friday off lit as a tit. Okay, this is lit as a motherfucking tit. I am like, wait a second. We have Karen Reed just dropped an 87-page document, and we're talking about titties and flesh and pocket pussies. Are you all fucking nuts? Yes, this is Reed Island, you guys. This is Reed Island. What the fuck? What the fuck? Karen Reed and Alan Jackson, not Turtleboy, are on Good Morning America. Here's Turtleboy's best friends. This is what they were doing. Well, Karen Reed is on Good Morning America. Jesus.
good one, the real one, the one that Jess Machado will always be behind. She, after I blocked her, went so far that she found my Danish phone number so she could reach out to me on WhatsApp. Do you know what kind of people that you need on your side?
Why is he on the floor in his bed? I don't understand. I am so confused. He's never on the floor in a bedroom like this.
Saying I had 8 packages coming my way. 8 fucking packages. And I said, I'm going to return them. And she said, no, because there's stuff in there from Emily C that she wants you to have. So I thought, well, I can't really do that. I'll accept it. And I asked her, is there anything in there that I cannot open on stream?
What the fuck is going on? You guys, what the fuck is going on here? He opened packages on screen?
And she said, well, there's a few things. One of the things was a fleshlight. In one end, it was a pussy. The other end, it was a mouth with teeth. No, Jess Machado, I didn't like it. It's so good. Oh, I'm masturbating all the time. I took it.
What is going on? These people raised $80,000. These people raised $80,000, and they're spending all of their money on pussy flashlights.
Said, what the fuck? And I took pictures of it because I knew someday some disgusting piece of shit who liked the clicks and views and liked the drama would put her on a stand and would try and use this to attack me because she has no content and she has no fucking morals. I took that and I threw it in the trash. Then I opened the other box that was roughly this size.
Roughly this size. That's a big motherfucker. Him and Dylan, it was like cylinder, like, you know.
One end, it was a pussy. It was a round ball with a pussy in one end.
This is what they fucking mail each other. I'm fucking dead. These...
The other one had a nipple you could stick your dick in. Do you know what I did with that, Jess Machado? I didn't take it and said, oh, I'm going to cream. I'm going to cream. Oh.
Oh my God. What is this? He's visiting his buddy's house. Oh, thank God. Oh, where? Is he at Will's?
J7, who I can't stand, who has threatened me that she's going to kill herself if I don't talk to her. Oh, I'm so horny. No, you fucking disgusting piece of shit. I threw that in the trash. Then I got crochet dicks and butt plugs. I have a grandson. I don't know what you do in your household. I know you're fond of talking and porn and stuff like that. We don't do that in my household. I'm not a purist. Hey, I fucking beat off and watch porn when I want to do it. Hey, I'm a grown man. What's the problem? I hope all of you have a healthy sexual appetite. At my age, it's pretty good. Do you know what I did with all of that? Because I have a grandson who comes in my house. Do you want me to have a crocheted penis standing around saying, even though I'm small, I'm going to keep you up or whatever the fuck it said?
I am fucking dead. Even though it's small, I'm still going to keep you up. That's what the crochet dick said to the white pasty nip. And then I had my fucking butt plugs. And they said nothing's leaking out of this motherfucker.
No, I threw it in the trash.
I threw it in the trash. Can these people please make merch? Please. Who needs a broken baker when we have a broken butt plug?
The fidget spinners that was shaped like tits. I threw it in the trash.
I threw it in the trash.
All the rest of this highly sexual, highly inappropriate, because let's have
Emily C sent you this shit. I thought she was a kindergarten teacher. Didn't she just interview Adam Deitch?
Let's have a little. What situation could this has been okay in? So Jess Machado, when she grows up one day and doesn't have to rely on drama, maybe she'll start doing some content. Let's say I had been in Tennessee, where I am right now. I'm in Tennessee.
He came to the States and all he got was butt plugs and flashlights.
Meet this young lady who I meet this young lady who thinks I'm the bee's knees, and I think, well, she's the dog's bollocks, and we have a wonderful night of exquisite passion. And then
Wait, he flew to the States to meet up with somebody to have exquisite passion? Is that what this is about?
we think, oh, that was so great. Let's remind ourselves of this. And I don't do matching tattoos. So let's go to Spencer's and I'm going to buy you a little bus, and you can think of me every time you make it. Say, that could maybe have been an appropriate way of doing it. Sending a guy who have told you 4 fucking months in a row, leave me alone. Stop harassing me. Stop calling me. Stop texting me. Stop contacting me. Stop going into my chat, attacking everyone. Stop making fucking lies about Bella's mom, Side Eyes, Cyber Chicken, my mods, everyone else.
This is Tina with What the Fuck Transition Services. What the fuck's going on Reed Island?
That I told fucking Yingling. This fucking cunt made me angry. I might bring expert on because he listened to a thing. I'm flirty. Ask for one of them other than what I do on that you. Oh, I would never. I would have to go to church if I ever got one of them.
And fucking clutch your vagina fucking 10 times and text them about it. Thought going on with the titty in the box, but I know a fleshlight when I see one, okay? And I'm gonna tell you something. That man's dick was in that fleshlight. You know it and I know it. He probably fucking thought about you and told you to go fucking in a Home Depot and fucking clutch your vagina fucking 10 times and text him about it while he fucked that fleshlight. You and I know it and whatever, and he liked it. And then all of a sudden he.
How did you know, you fucking pig? How did you know? One in chat, if you know for a fact that I
pig. What the fuck is going on? Welcome to Ratchet Island. You guys, this is what Turtleboy turned Karen Reed's trial into. That's why I'm starting off with it tonight. Oh my God. What is going on?
I was masturbating within a minute. If you know for a fact that I was masturbating within a minute, anyone, one in chat, if you think that I was whacking off.
He's asking chat. You guys, what? What? Put a 1 in chat if you think I was masturbating. You guys, who thought, hey, oh my God, I'm tuning into Lana. She's going to talk about the Karen Reed case, which I am. Okay, which I am. But I was like, you know what? I need to have a little tune up. Like, let's talk about this. I am so embarrassed, she says. What's up, girl? I am so embarrassed to have ever been associated with these people. We have Aiden's best friends talking to each other like this. Calling each other these names. I'm just beside myself. I apologize. That was Broken Baker. He just called me. And he said, can I come live with you? I said, no. No. Sorry, I had to grab something. Oh my God. You guys, I was like, I'm a little bit tired. I was like, oh my God, this will get me right back.
With a fucking flashlight I got from someone I don't know that I told, leave me alone. The fucking boxes was open. Imagine if she poured something into it.
What?
I'm at the expert's house right now. I could be drinking Yingling. This fucking cunt made me angry.
He's at the expert's house right now. What?
Let's get back and hear more about all the things you people know about me.
He had some sort of like fucking big fucking moment of clarity and he didn't fucking want to be a part of it anymore. Or maybe the sexy got a little too crazy and he was like, whoa, 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 I'm backing out. But of no doubt, that man fucking enjoyed it. He said,
that man fucking enjoyed it. I'll be open and honest. Yeah, I sent some sexy text. She liked it. That's what grown-ups can do. Am I ashamed of it? No. It's good advertising if another woman is lonely out there and says, I kind of like what he did. If not, yeah, you can just move on. Not your problem, not your STD, not your fucking problem.
Not your STD. It's not your average fucking Friday, baby. Welcome to the transparency.
That's fine by me. Why is this cunt talking about it? And how does she know what I like?
How does she know what I like?
Did she sit at 3 a.m, having her twit calling from her, crying about how she was going to kill herself? No, of course not. But I loved it. Trust me, I loved it.
all of the items up on the table in a display and then took a photo of it.
Do you know why I put all the things up on a display on the table? Because I sent it to my mods and said, what the fuck am I going to do about this? I was looking into getting an international restraining order on this fucking crazy cunt.
An international restraining order? I'm going to have to look that one up, guys.
When she said, I'm going to come to Denmark so you can talk to me. But you didn't know that. She's the best person you know, Jess Machado. That shows you how shitty the rest of the people you know are.
Okay? Come on. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with that. But don't fucking pretend you didn't fucking get off to fucking Jessica Walsh, her tits, and her fucking being your fucking online sex slave.
I never had an online sex slave. What the fuck do you know, you fat, pathetic piece of shit? Well, you can't body shame. Well, I'm fat too. And if she can sit and talk to me like that, I can call her what she is. She's a pathetic piece of shit.
You know it and I know it. Actually, just own it and I would like you more. How about that?
No, you wouldn't like me more. What you like is this. Because tomorrow, you're going to be the victim again. You're going to sit and cry. Oh, Baker was so mean. Oh, he called me all these names. I was just trying to help a friend. No, you're a deceptive piece of shit. That's all you are. No one fucking gets anything out of watching your show you could just as well watch Housewives from Atlanta. It's just bullshit, BS, bitching. There's nothing in your show. Your show is nothing. Oh, I talk about my daughter's wedding and make up stories about how you're afraid anyone is going to attack your daughter's wedding or disrupt it. No one gives a shit about you, Jess Machado. You're nothing. Unlike all these people you think that you're so important, and you have your bunnies, and you should be lucky that you have so many people wanting to turn into your shit show.
You guys, I'm giving myself a fucking headache. Like, oh my God, I needed more oxygen to my brain. What the fuck is going on? You guys, Karen Reed is suing the police. Karen Reed was on Good Morning America. And they're having four loco lives.
But every time you don't have...
Oh, and guess what? Turtleboy had to stay home. Are these really TB's friends? These are his best friends. These are his best friends. Jess Machado is like his bestie. Because she gets dirty with him. You guys, Jerry. Yeah. This is some Jerry Springer shit. We just need Steve in here. Yep. Mm-hmm. I can't even. Like, what is this?
Drama. What do your numbers do? What do you do? Start new drama. Because that's all you have. You have no talent.
That
You talentless hoe. All right, guys. Anyways, we're going to get into it, but I had to share that because swear to God, I am about to tee up on the golf course and I was turning all my stuff off. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And somebody says your life could be so much worse. And then this is what the fuck they sent me, and I'm fucking dead. I'm like, wait, I was just watching like it was like Karen Reed, Good Morning America. I'm like, oh, this is great. They went on a Friday. That's like the best, you know. They basically stiffed the Today Show. You know, they didn't give it up for Guthrie, and they go on Good Morning America, which we're gonna play. But there is so much Karen Reed content. Y'all don't need to do this. I mean, y'all can talk about the case, but you know, that's hard to do though if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. All right. Now we're gonna approach this a little bit differently. If you guys want to go check that out, by the way, it's like Four Loco. I have fucking no idea. Four Loco, Moco shit. Who knows? I thought it was the Today Show. I thought it was it Today Show? Was it Good Morning America? Who was it? Fuck, I can't keep the name straight. I thought she went on Good Morning America. Well, we're going to talk about it, so whatever. All right. All I can tell you is that Turtleboy was not in attendance, and that was not part of the deal. So he's probably fucking crying because it was the Today Show. Well, there you go. So Karen Reed and Alan Jackson, not Turtleboy, go on the Today Show. Craig Melvin, yeah. Where was what's her name? Guthrie. All right. But the big part here was that there was no Turtleboy. Let's be honest, guys. There's no way in hell that this man, when he was dreaming all of his dreams, like, oh my God, after the acquittal, we're going to go on like this tour and we're going to hit up, you know, Dateline, Good Morning America, the Today Show. We're going to go all over, right? Yeah, Karen is. Karen and Alan Jackson. Not you. Not you, Turtleboy. So he was off doing a bust live with his members. So yeah. Okay. So when you get past like, I'm not going to, the shit's bad. We all knew that the shit's bad that they said, right? But what I've been saying is look at Canton, right? You know, if this cover up, like MSP is covering for who? Well, who was doing stuff before MSP got there? So you're going to sit here and tell me that Karen Reed knew for such a long time that Sean Good and Michael Proctor were really close friends and went to high school together? I've been screaming the fact of the Sean Good not body cam, but the dash cam. I'm like, that motherfucker left his dash cam on purpose and then had officers get in his vehicle to then drive and go do that wellness check, to go pull into that driveway, and so that camera would be right on, you know, Karen Reed's vehicle. Who called the wellness check on? Alan Jackson was so upset about the Today Show. Well, we're about to find out all about it. We can talk all about it. Lana would never hire Craig Melvin. He is always so unprepared. Oh, great. So was Alan Jackson pissed? Like, what'd you guys do? We'll get into it. Again, welcome. I got so much sun today. I managed to keep a lot of it off my face, though. It was like 80 some degrees out there playing. Okay. So obviously we know how bad Michael Proctor is and all the stuff that we can only imagine what would be in his phone, right? He's been like this his entire life. Well, guess what? What breeds hatred? Your parents. Hatred is taught. So, Michael Proctor's parents taught him how to hate certain groups of people growing up. No question about it. Same thing with Sean Good. Okay? You raise your kids because hate is taught. You don't know any different, right? Unless somebody starts saying things to you, starts talking a certain way. So, me personally, Proctor's whole family, his sister, his wife had to know that he's like that. Same with Sean Good, right? These people just didn't one day just start talking like that out of the blue. So this is their culture. This is how they were raised, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Like hands down, right? Now, what did you guys ever think about the fact that when I'm going to pose a question, when Carrie Roberts called the police department that morning, I went back and listened to it, and Carrie Roberts says that my friend, she's saying it in terms of like Karen's her friend, right? And her boyfriend didn't come home last night. Okay. My friend's boyfriend didn't come home last night. Now, I thought about this and I said, you know what? That to me is just really kind of strange because John is her friend. Karen, she knows through John, right? And so I said, you know, what if my friend, so-and-so would call me up and say that so-and-so is missing? I could never imagine calling the police and saying that my friend's, boyfriend's missing, like, but I'm actually friends with the boy. And I know, I would be like, I don't think I would ever say it like that. Hey, my friend, my friend's boyfriend didn't come home last night. That's how she said it. My friend. Anyways, just wanted to throw that at you. Think about how much did Karen and Carrie hang out? Did they hang out a lot? I couldn't imagine saying somebody that I'm really good friends with. I could never imagine not just calling the police and saying, hey, my good friend didn't come home last night. His girlfriend just called me and told me this. Like, isn't that how you would say it? Anyways, I thought a lot about it today, and I wanted to share that on my live tonight. And I wanted you guys just to think about it. Like, if it was presented to you, how would you have called the police and asked them a question about it? Would it even come out of your mouth to even say that, like, well, here, let me just call the police and see if they picked anybody up. So, hey, I was just wondering if you guys picked anybody up last night, and left it at that. Because, like, who gets really picked up in Canton? You know what I mean? Like, come on. Also, like, John's a police officer, right? I don't know. So I just wanted you guys to think about it. All right, going into this 87 pages. I know how outrageous all of the stuff is that they wrote. I wanted to go to, the meat and potatoes of, right here, number 14. well, not number 14. Hold on. Okay, not number 12. So you have to go like to number paragraph, not 13, 14. You have to go to paragraph like, because I want to talk about like the investigation. Here they're still talking about like, that we're going to pin it on the girl. But this is kind of like, with the help of Good and the CPD, Proctor and his colleagues at MSP, including his direct supervisor, Yuri, conducted a fundamentally conflicted and corrupt investigation where the goal was to pin it on the girl, and which included rampant violations of policies, procedures, and ethical rules. For example, and as described further below, despite the overwhelming evidence that Mr. O'Keefe was inside the house at 34 Fairview Road. Now, again, these conclusory statements just don't, I just hate them. Okay. For example, it's saying this overwhelming evidence that he was inside the house. Okay. They did not search the home for blood, fingerprints, or DNA evidence. Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you how I feel about that. I want us to go back to Nuttall. Remember Nuttall, firefighter? And why all of a sudden was he saying that John had a puffy coat on? Remember that? And it's like, that was added on. Okay. Well, everybody thought that Proctor either added that in his report, right? But that would never be to protect Massachusetts State Police. Nuttall claiming the puffy jacket was to show that like John was dressed appropriately, making it so that that's why they didn't go into the house. So that would be all about the first responders, aka the firefighters, right? AKA the Canton Police Department. I put it on the ground, yeah. Oh, right by the back door. So, not all adding about this puffy coat that just wasn't there, right? He didn't do that for Proctor. He did that for the police, the Canton police, right? Because they're the ones that there was no probable cause to go inside, right? You guys, he wasn't dressed. He had no jacket on, right? He was dressed what, in a little flimsy, those long sleeve. He wasn't dressed to be outside. He wasn't like walking, right? This man couldn't have been walking on the street, right? So the house was neither processed nor photographed by a forensic criminalist. Indeed, the investigators did not even walk into the crime scene house until a week later. Well, into the crime scene house. It looks to me like the crime scene's right where his body would be. A fight couldn't happen right there. Until a week later. And then only for a formal visit and a brief interview of Nicole Albert. And no one ever wonders, like, what do you mean you have to interview Nicole Albert? Didn't they talk to her the day of? No effort was made to secure evidence from the Albert's German Shepherd. You want to know what I keep not seeing here? Where's Nicole Albert's vehicle on the morning of. You guys know that vehicle is on the driveway, right? No effort was made to secure evidence from the Albert's German Shepherd, even though Mr. O'Keefe's body was found in the front yard with fresh and obvious dog bites. With fresh and obvious dog bites. And scratches. Now, I will tell you this, the Canton cop there, Lank, why aren't they going after Lank? Him and Sean Good are the ones that are there, and they're talking about the fact that it looked like he had gotten into an altercation, right? They also didn't go around and canvass the neighborhood. They also moved the vehicle to take the dash cam off of when they're looking for evidence with the leaf blower. You know, if you go through those dash cams, it's very interesting that Good rearranges the car and the other two guys shut off their dash cams. I mean, if we're going to call this a conspiracy, and, you know, if they're going to call it what it is, why aren't we talking about other stuff? Nor did Proctor, Buchanan, or their MSP colleagues conduct any physical examination of the House defendants or attempt to seize their phones. Okay. The investigators did not attempt to secure the crime scene, document evidence, collect biological material, videotape or record interviews, 1000%. But I think this, though, actually hurt the witnesses more than anything. The investigators did not attempt to secure the crime scene. They did not do a crime scene log. They should have stayed there until that it was passed over. Okay. Until it was like, I don't care if you're saying, oh, we couldn't keep the yellow tape up. Awesome. Well, then you're going to have a cruiser sit there, right? Because you're going to make sure that nobody comes over here, right? And so that's like the biggest thing. The investigators did not attempt to secure the crime scene, document evidence. I question that. Like, I feel like after I've been reading stuff about the CERT team, I've been going through stuff myself. It is documented. Collect biological material, videotape or record interviews, take DNA control samples, geolocate digital devices at the scene. Can't wait to talk about that. Collect electronic devices, secure surveillance footage, create a crime scene log, or maintain even the most basic chains of custody. Yes. 1000%. This is what everybody should be focused on. This is why, if I was on a jury, Karen Reed all day is being found not guilty. This is why, if Jennifer McCabe, if anybody was in that defendant's, this is why you're being found not guilty. These are all your reasonable doubts. Worse yet, with the help of others at both the MSP and Canton Police Department, Proctor and Buchanan manufactured evidence to ensure that Miss Reed was blamed for Mr. O'Keefe's death. So this is being put onto Proctor and Buchanan. And I just, with the help of others at both the MSP and CPD, Proctor and Buchanan manufactured the evidence to ensure that Miss Reed was blamed. How about being blamed for Mr. O'Keefe's death? Intentionally diverting attention away from Proctor's friends and fellow law enforcement officers. I get it. They have to stick with what they're doing. But the fix for Karen Reed was in and began when they sent over the people to do the wellness check and put that fucking cruiser car in the driveway so that you would have a camera on the back of Karen's vehicle. Because to me, it looks like the taillight's already messed up, right? It's been already tampered with, in my opinion. That's why the garage door wouldn't close. Karen's vehicle was left out, and then anybody can go get what they need off that taillight, right? Because you have no idea when MSP is going to get there with that CERT team. And from all the things that I've read, I don't see where it's, I don't see in the material that there was this purposeful delay. That's why it's like, why aren't we looking at Sean Good? And that he purposely left the dash cam on the vehicle that drove over there to have that camera on Karen Reed's vehicle. And that's, to me, like, that was to catch her vehicle without. Are you guys aware that Karen Reed wanted to talk when she was arrested the second time? Karen Reed was like, I want to talk. Like, let's go. I want to talk. Like, that's what she told Yuri. And Yuri was like, well, we're not going to question you, but if you want to talk, you can talk. But, I advise you not to. And your lawyer probably doesn't want you to talk. And she's like, yeah, no, he does. He wants me to talk. Has anybody asked Karen Reed what that was all about? When she was arrested the second time in June. I can play you this little clip. But it's like, she didn't care if she had her lawyer there or not. She wanted to talk. She wanted to, what did she want to say? Okay. This included planting evidence at the scene. On Mr. O'Keefe's clothes and on Miss Reed's vehicle to support the House defendant's false narrative that Miss Reed struck Mr. O'Keefe with her vehicle. You guys, what do you mean the House defendant's false narrative? The House defendants are over here saying that they didn't fight at all. Everything was fine. I'm just curious, why wouldn't they have come forward and said that, like, I get it. We can't say that we saw it because, like, why didn't we do anything with his body? You know what I mean? But I don't know. They could have said, oh, we saw them having a fight outside and we just thought that they left. You know what I mean? Miss Reed's vehicle to support the House defendant's false narrative that Miss Reed struck, because I think this false narrative that Miss Reed struck Mr. O'Keefe with her vehicle. Karen Reed 1000% says that she said, could I have hit him? Did I clip him? Like, she admits to saying that, like, in front of Jen and Carrie, and so them saying that, I don't think it's to how are you taking it that if they were to repeat that to a cop, that it wouldn't be the cop that went ahead who's a piece of shit, right? And he's over here like, oh, watch what we're about to do. I mean, Notwithstanding that the investigators knew Mr. O'Keefe's injuries were inconsistent with the motor vehicle strike and consistent with a physical altercation and a dog attack. Among other failures, MSP's and CPD's delegation of power and authority to those as biased, corrupt, and bigoted as Procter and Good led to Miss Reed's being wrongly accused of homicide for 3.5 years and subjected to suspicion, two arrests, 2 prosecutions, and public trials and public condemnation. Indeed, with the exercise of ordinary care, both MSP and CPD would have known that Procter Good and others were unfit for service from the beginning. Incredibly, Procter himself acknowledged this fact in 2017. After 4 years on the job, telling his friends, "No idea how I passed the background." Now, after being twice acquitted of all charges related to Mr. O'Keefe's death, Ms. Reed brings this action to recover for and address MSP's and CPD's inactions, and negligent failures to ensure that justice was sought and served in the aftermath of January 29, 2022. To be clear, however, this complaint transcends Ms. Reed's personal and actionable grievance. Rather, it is a clarion call for reform and accountability. Clarion. Cloaked with the emblem of authority, MSP and CPD and their employees, Procter Good, and others betrayed their sworn commitment to uphold the law. They didn't even call Good. Did he even get called in the second trial? Or did he get called and it wasn't Lank? Who was it? One of them was called and the other one wasn't. Their prejudices undermine our very democratic principles in welding the great force of the government. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Karen Reed. Okay. These are the facts. Reed alleges the following additional facts relating to Procter, MSP, Good, and CPD. Procter and Good's ingrained misogyny, racism, homophobic, anti-Semite, and other vices. Okay. By January 29, 2022, Procter and Good, both inveterate bigots and have long-standing and deeply held biases against women, as well as almost every other protected class of people other than white male non-Jews. Police officers. Procter's and Good's clear willingness and tendency to dehumanize, judge, and evaluate people in circumstances based on their hatred and biases significantly contributed to their willingness to embrace the narrative provided by the House defendants. You know, don't you think it would be, I gotta be honest, you guys, these two dudes would have way more we want to protect, like Higgins, than they would be like caring about these House defendants. I mean, what did they get in a fight over? What did people fight about? Why was there an altercation? There's only one thing, in my opinion, that could lead to an altercation, and that would have something to do with Higgins. Procter and Goods reservoir of, oh my God. It's a cesspool. Originally, Miss Reed attempted to file all of her affirmative claims against all parties, including the town of Canton and Massachusetts State Police, in one action she filed in Bristol. That pleading contains all of the alleged facts sufficient to establish all claims against all parties. However, the town of Canton Police Department and Massachusetts State Police refused to waive the 6-month presentment period. And by the time the presentment period had expired, the House defendants had removed Miss Reed's Superior Court complaint to federal court, where it is now pending. Because the Massachusetts State Police enjoys immunity from federal court jurisdiction, Miss Reed cannot add these claims to the pending federal court action. Therefore, although Miss Reed now brings this action separately in Bristol County Superior Court, relying on many of the same factual allegations already asserted, rather than set forth those same facts again here, Miss Reed simply refers to and incorporates them by reference. On February 26, 2013, Proctor wrote to his friends, "Hey, dickheads, just wanted to give you a heads up that you guys may get a call from a state trooper named Scott, who is doing my background check. Don't know who far back they are going to go with this stuff, but didn't want to have this guy catch you off guard." Proctor's friend replied, "No problem, but what are we supposed to say? Last time the Boston Police Department, BPD, lady was grilling me for exact dates as to when and how long you lived in Brighton, how we paid rent, to who, etc. Anything specific we should be aware of?" That lady was an absolute who had it in for bear. Talked to this guy for a half hour today, and I would be shocked he pulled the same shit as her, just from how she acted with me on the phone. Apparently, MSP did not pull the same shit as the Boston Police Department, who did not hire him. Wow. Why didn't they hire him? I think that's relevant. During these interviews, because MSP hired Proctor, it hired him at the time Proctor was consistently sharing countless messages with friends and other law enforcement officers to illustrate the extreme aggressive prejudices and biases he held against women, people of color, the LGBT community, and others. Proctor's views even polluted his thinking about MSP's hierarchy and leadership. If that person is black, it will probably make him the next. Much of Proctor's aggression and hatred, however, was directed at women. In fact, from the time of his hire at MSP through the time he began investigating Mr. Reed, Proctor shared countless messages with his friends about his perspectives on women. My God. This is crazy. I think anybody black, I mean, this is nuts. In addition to these horrific statements indicating the extent to which he believed those with backgrounds and characteristics similar to him, white male, were superior to others. Proctor also wasn't shy about his other that made him patiently unfit for service, including that more than once Proctor discussed planting coke on people. Why wouldn't they have any of the examples? Why is it just like this? And shoving a nightstick up someone's ass. What the fuck? See how the other ones are written out? Like, why wouldn't this one be written out? Proctor discussed planting coke on people. Proctor recognized his inadequacies in 2017, writing that he had no idea how he passed the background. Although he did explain that MSP detective units do the background checks for applicants. They allowed a girl into the next academy who admitted to using cocaine and ecstasy and recently used those drugs. CPD Sergeant Good was no more discreet about his own bias and deranged views. Like Proctor and well, a CPD officer Good. You guys, how did he just stay on paid leave for a fucking year? Jesus. Wait, she's sending you nudes? Send them. If Lisa would let me see her cans and actually take a photo of them, I would send them. We are family here. Oh my God. He also displayed the same racial and religious. Oh my Jesus. Referring to Robert Kraft. Jeez. They were like besties though. Oh my God. They're just all writing the same shit. This guy just like really, really hates Jewish people. As just one example, in 2022, as an 18-year-old veteran of CPD, Good shared his views in writing on Sandra Birchmore. Oh, fuck. A young woman who tragically died the year before in Canton and whose death was initially ruled suicide until federal authorities discovered that multiple officers from neighboring town of Stoughton's police department had been sexually abusing Miss Birchmore when she was a minor. After federal authorities investigated, they charged a former Stoughton police officer with her murder, and her death is now classified as a homicide at the federal level. But nothing to talk about anybody that fucking walked in that, didn't do any other due diligence. The Norfolk County District Attorney's Office earlier this year changed her death certificate from suicide to undetermined. Against this backdrop, Good told his friends that chick was borderline retarded. Good also helped his friends avoid repercussions for what appears to have been their regular practice of drinking and driving drunk. Sobriety checkpoint on 138 by the trail side tonight. Please stay away tonight. Can't help you if you get caught. Too many troopers in Milton PD. Keep this info between us. He apparently relished his ability to use his institutional power, authority, and access to illegally obtain information about women he encountered in his daily life, writing in 2015, ha ha ha, can't wait to look this up tonight at work. MSP and CPD knew or should have known about Proctor and Good's bigotry. Not only were the MSP and Canton Police Department on notice of Proctor and Good's troubling views and intolerable attitude towards various members of the community, they were sworn to protect and serve during the underlying investigation into Mr. O'Keefe's death. But Proctor's supervisors knew Proctor had a close relationship with the Alberts and that Proctor made no secret of his bias against Miss Reed, demonstrating a clear prejudice against her from the outset. See, this to me is conclusionary. Like, where, for its part, CPD refuses to acknowledge its role in this debacle of any investigation or recognize the significant flaws in its hiring, training, and supervising practices, illustrated by Good's continued role as a sergeant for the CPD until 2 days ago. Why aren't you talking about the fact that when you're asking what's his name, what the fuck was that asshole's name? The guy that went over, the guy that went to the wrong house, the guy that went to One Meadows. He's over here. He's like, I've never heard of a crime scene log in my life. Like, these people are just fucked. These people are fucked. And these people are no different than Turtleboy. It's just crazy to me, though. You know? Like, and I just think it's all panning out to show that. Karen Reed went and got a guy that was just like them to take them on. For its part, CPD refused to acknowledge its role in this debacle right here, illustrated by Good's continued role as a sergeant. He wasn't, I mean, he was on paid administrative leave. He was, they knew he was going. You know, he got to ride out his whatever. For the CPD until 2 days ago, when upon information and belief, CPD was informed by MSP's counsel that this complaint would soon be filed. And so they had to we have to fire him before this happens. Helpful right to the end. CPD then permitted Good to resign 2 days before the filing of this complaint rather than fire him. That's fucking nuts, right? And thus saving him from the reputational and financial implications of being terminated for cause. And see, this should piss off the town of Canton right here. This. As for the MSP, both before and during the Proctor-led investigation, his immediate supervisor Buchanan provided his annual employee reviews. True to form, despite knowing firsthand the extent of Proctor's unlawful conduct, bias, and bigotry, Buchanan repeatedly and falsely wrote that Proctor has handled himself with the utmost professionalism and with strict integrity. I mean, why did people, why would you feel the need to have someone's back like this? Like, you just don't have to. Like, you just don't. And confirmed that they had successfully discussed MSP's policies concerning anti-harassment, sexual harassment, and discrimination and diversity, among others. Other times, the MSP simply looked the other way. For example, in February of 2024, 4 months before Miss Reed's first trial, the MSP was aware they had a problem specifically related to Miss Reed's case. The Department of Justice had begun investigating the investigators. What date are they going with? In February? And on February 1st, questioned Proctor in a grand jury proceeding about text messages he wrote in which he called Miss Reed a cunt, among other bigoted comments the Department of Justice had found. Interesting. They knew all along that fucking federal investigation had nothing to do with the House defendants. This is horrible for Aiden. Proctor was also questioned about his text at 11 p.m. on January 29, 2022, that House defendant Brian Albert would escape scrutiny in the investigation because he's a Boston cop too. Further, Proctor was confronted as this grand jury about texts from Julie Albert to his sister, Courtney Proctor, asking to give Proctor a gift for some implied favor he did for the Alberts during their interviews for this case. On February 4, 2024, Proctor had a meeting and told the highest level of leadership at the MSP He's retired now. Recently retired. About his testimony to the Department of Justice, including his text messages. They did not terminate him. Did not immediately ask for his phone and did not immediately investigate his bigotry. They knew it existed and where to find it, but they didn't want to, at least until Miss Reed's trial was over. See, that's what you need to attack. That's how the corruption breeds from the top. Indeed, they tried to hide it from Miss Reed and the public, despite initiating an internal affairs investigation in early March of 2024, before the jury in Miss Reed's first criminal trial was even impaneled. It was not until Miss Reed's defense counsel found out about these messages and then used them during the public trial that MSP concluded it couldn't ignore this any longer. MSP proceeded to falsely claim that it only became aware of the messages during the defense's cross-examination and finally terminated Proctor. Oh boy. This is what I'm talking about. This is corruption. This is just lies, but we're going to see if this holds weight. If they can prove this, and probably how they're going to be able to prove it is Michael Proctor probably did, a deposition. He testified. See, with all of this type of shit, why wouldn't you just believe that you were framed by the Canton PD and covered it up by MSP? Well, Internal Affairs launched a probe led by Detective Lieutenant Kevin Dwyer to investigate Proctor's lewd text messages regarding Miss Reed. The MSP inexplicitly assigned 2 non-OPIA troopers to perform cursory and brief interviews of the Proctors and Alberts, inquiring about their personal relationships with one another. When was this? Well, Internal Affairs launched a probe led by, the MSP. When? Inquiring about their personal relationships with one another. The Proctor and Alberts were not confronted with any texts or social media posts depicting their decades-long family-like bond. No outside witnesses were interviewed. No cell phones were seized. No evidence was presented. It was not just reasonably foreseeable, but nearly certain that MSP's and the CPD's failure to use ordinary care in selecting to whom they would impart power would result in members of the public being targeted. Yeah, for sure. 1000%. You talk about fucking driving by, man. They see someone black, they're going to pull you over. Bullshit. And severely impacting by officers and troopers element. Shortcomings. Put differently, the biased and corrupt investigation that harmed Miss Reed was the natural consequence of MSP and CPD hiring and promoting biased and corrupt law enforcement officers. Like this was a given. This was going to happen. In line with their barely concealed willingness to dehumanize and condemn people, coupled with their readiness to ignore or overlook objective evidence, Proctor and Good began the investigation against the female outsider with bias and prejudice fueled by their bigotry. After Proctor and Good launched the biased and corrupt investigation, other police officers followed suit and caused harm to Miss Reed. Good was running all over, probably helping to the lead ship. After the start of the investigation, others in MSP and CPD also contributed to the unlawful investigation that stripped Ms. Reed of her constitutional rights. Thank you. First time we saw that. Yes, let's get it. Her constitutional rights. This is all I'll say is okay. MSP and CPD are liable for the negligent hiring, training, and supervision of these other officers whose wrongful acts also contributed to the harm suffered by Ms. Reed, specifically as described in the amended complaint in the federal court against Proctor. Okay. They were propelled by the House defendant's false statements, including that Mr. O'Keefe never went into the house. They failed to investigate any theory other than seeking to singularly focus on Miss Reed to the exclusion of all the other available evidence. They ignored that Mr. O'Keefe's injuries were consistent with a physical altercation and dog attack, and that no injuries were consistent with a vehicle strike. They intentionally sidestepped or wholly ignored fundamental investigatory procedures. They disregarded and failed to obtain pertinent interviews and other critical evidence from the House defendants that cannot now be recovered or recreated. Through Proctor, they secretly communicated with the Alberts on Proctor's personal phone, deliberately back channeling those communications to circumvent his state-issued device and use Proctor's sister as a surrogate. I mean, I completely disagree because their phones were so active. So was Higgins's, calling each other, calling, Berkey. They were all calling each other. But I'm also going to play devil's advocate with this. You guys, when someone's found dead on your lawn, I think you're going to make a lot of phone calls. Just saying. Like, come on, for me, like, oh my God, I would have to be in the know of like, and if I found out that one of my friends, like, I would, shit, there's stuff that happens to people like now, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, I want to look into that. Like, I don't know. I think going there, I think being there when the car is coming back, but I think that if it was already taken, a big chunk of it. I think it'd be weird if they weren't talking. How about that? If none of them were talking, don't you think that would be like more like suspicious? Like, I think it's crazy that Karen Reed isn't on the phone with any of these motherfuckers to be calling and being like, what the hell happened last night over there? I don't know. These people are, I mean, these cops are clearly shitbags, right? They just don't have no morals, no value. I mean, they're just, so yeah, when they have such huge character, like this is like nothing for them to just fucking, delete a couple that's just second. They've been doing it their whole fucking lives over there. They manufactured evidence. You know what? Why didn't they ever go for a Franks? Why didn't the defense ever attempt to do a Franks hearing? They manufactured evidence to ensure that Miss Reed, not their friends and fellow law enforcement officers, was blamed for Mr. O'Keefe's death, including planting evidence at the scene. on Mr. O'Keefe's clothes and on Miss Reed's vehicle to support the false narrative that Miss Reed struck Mr. O'Keefe with her vehicle, even though they knew Mr. O'Keefe's injuries were inconsistent with a motor vehicle strike and consistent with a physical altercation and dog attack. You know, the whole and dog attack, I wouldn't go as far as to say that, but they definitely thought there was like a physical altercation. Right? I mean, I don't think anybody was thinking like John got fucking mauled by a dog. I'm sorry. Like, I don't think any of them thought that. And I don't think it'd be. They expressly encourage flagrant abuses of power. Armed with the fruits of this fundamentally flawed and biased investigation, the Norfolk District Attorney's Office proceeded to prosecute Miss Reed for murder, resulting in 2 juries rejecting the Commonwealth's charges and Miss Reed losing her career, home, car, livelihood, and reputation. Absolutely she did. Absolutely she did. I think this is all you have to fucking focus on is the fucking cops, man. As Greg Connor, a 25-year veteran prosecutor in that office who is now seeking the role of district attorney, recently said of the Commonwealth's murder charge, the reach exceeded the grasp. And I don't think there was another DA office in Massachusetts that wanted to prosecute Karen Reed. I think that just got him fucking elected. I mean, negligence. Count 1. MSP owed a duty of care to members of the public within the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. They wasted all of their money, too. MSP had a duty to exercise reasonable care. Yep. That duty includes, without limitation, the duty to adequately hire, train, supervise. Yeah, I think that they were negligent. You know, I think this is a win. All day. In particular, the officers that MSP hires, trains, supervises, promotes, retains are required to comply with the law as well as adhere to written code of ethics. Yeah, they're fucked with this. Okay. I mean, look at this. Refrain from allowing jealousies or personal differences to influence the ability to cooperate with others and welcoming the opportunity to disseminate practical and useful information relating to matters of the public safety and welfare. Yep. MSP breached its duties by, among other things, hiring and entertaining Proctor when it either knew or should have known that he was unfit to serve as a trooper because of his, yeah, I guess, right? I mean, conducting proper, like, you guys, they just didn't even fucking do this basic shit here. Crime scene, establishing chains of custody, like none of this. Communicating properly with witnesses, suspects, and third parties. And prohibiting on planting, manufacturing, tampering with, or manipulating evidence. Yeah. I mean, let's just put it this way. They're going to have to try to settle out, okay? And the question is Karen Reed going to settle out? Or is she going to go all the way? Are we going to put this in front of a jury? That judge wasn't going to frankly give a frank, but I still think that you file it. Allowing Proctor to continue to investigate, even though he had personal relationships with witnesses and potential suspects in the murder, and which led to unlawful and favorable treatment of potential suspects, allowing Proctor to continue to investigate even though he had exhibited an extreme and personal negative bias towards Karen Reed. Yeah, he was. I mean, she did not have. Your lead investigator can't be like that, right? Allowing Proctor, Buchanan, and Tully to continue to investigate even though they had violated rules, policies, and procedures in all manners of investigation. Allowing Proctor and Buchanan to plant, fabricate, and manipulate evidence, falsifying documents, and commit perjury. You allow them to commit perjury. Like nobody was charged, right? I, for one, believe the Sally Port video, it was not inverted. It was inverted a while ago, and they did it for a reason in a different case, you guys, because this is what they do. So there was a case back in the day that somebody was charged with that probably should be free. I believe that video being inverted, I think that's something that's been like that for a hot minute. That's what I believe. If you believe that they're human shitbags, this isn't. Karen Reed is not the first time that they did this. You know, so I feel really bad for John O'Keefe's family. You know, and I think John O'Keefe's family has to acknowledge all of this. Like, this is not okay. Like, nobody should be investigated like this. No investigation should be conducted like this. And like I said, this should be the focus of it all. Is the cops. MSP knew or should have known that each had engaged in misconduct during the performance of their employment, including but not limited to. Upon information and belief in prior investigations, Proctor, Buchanan, and Tully repeatedly failed to follow rules, regulations, policies, and procedures. What do you mean upon information and belief? Like, what do you got? Upon information and belief in prior investigations, Proctor, Buchanan, and Tully each had exhibited a pattern of misconduct, including... You're just going off of like the texts? MSP's failures caused harm to Miss Reed. Specifically, Miss Reed was wrongfully investigated. And she should have been investigated, you know. She definitely should have been like a suspect if you think that this guy didn't, you know. Miss Reed would have been a suspect. So, wrongfully, I think that anybody that these people investigate would be done wrongfully because they're just shitbags. You know, anybody that would be investigated and prosecuted. Now, that's where I don't think she should have ever been prosecuted for murder. I agree that she was injured. I agree that there was severe emotional distress. Yep. But I also think I would love to know how much of it was brought on by Turtleboy. You know? I think this lawsuit is going to save her from being charged with witness intimidation, conspiring with Turtleboy. That's what I think. I think this saves her. I think Aiden's still fucked. You know, just because... How do you want to say this? What a mess. Aiden, the way Aiden's brain works, he's like, do you guys see all this? Da-da-da. They've had my phone for 3 years or 3 days, whatever the fuck he's saying. And it's like, if your standard is fucking Sean Good and Michael Proctor, you're a fucking idiot. Like, even being better than them does not mean that you're good. They are the bottom of the barrel, scum sucking pigs. Okay. Wrong. She spoon fed him everything to say. How am I wrong? I personally believe that this lawsuit here, okay, because it'll look like retaliation, is going to save her from being charged down the road. I do. Yes, I do. But I think that 1000% Turtleboy, regardless if someone spoon fed him or did whatever, that motherfucker did, he is guilty of violating the statutes in Massachusetts. Among other things, Miss Reed has lost her career, her home, her car, and her reputation. She lost her freedom of movement for years and was forced to endure 2 criminal trials before finally being acquitted of any crime relating to Mr. O'Keefe's death. This also caused severe emotional and physical damage to Miss Reed. Yeah. Miss Reed presented her claim in writing to MSP pursuant to MSP explicitly denied Miss Reed's claim on April 14th, 2026. Now, Canton. I think what's going to save Canton just a little bit is, what was the policies and procedures in place for how you handle a case in the blizzard? Because I'll be honest with you, I think Karen Reed has, if they wouldn't have used the leaf blower, you can't make certain arguments. Since they used the leaf blower, you can say that, look at, he's got the leaf blower down there. Don't you think he's going to fucking see big chunks of red pieces flying up? Nothing. He doesn't get to any of that. They don't find one piece of red taillight. Now, they were up, though, over and searching by the flagpole. I just think the argument, Karen Reed has an argument, a stronger argument, because they use that leaf blower. Specifically when hiring. Okay, when training, yep. When training, CPD further had the duty to supervise facilities. To adequately supervise facilities. There you go, that's a good one. In order to avoid harm to the public. Failing to properly supervise and train Sergeant Michael Lank in his failure to inspect or secure 34 Fairview Road, secure the scene where Mr. O'Keefe's body was found, inspect the house defendant's bodies for evidence of a fight, or ask to search the house defendant's phones, all on the morning of January 29, 2022. Failing to preserve, protect, and secure various surveillance video inside and outside the Sally Port, including but not limited to setting the auto delete function on such videos to 30 days and not preserving these particular videos for a longer period of time. Attempting to obfuscate and hide from Miss Reed's criminal defense team surveillance video footage from inside the police station and outside in the parking lot on relevant days. I want to know how they attempted to hide this, because was it something that was given to Michael Proctor? And you know what I mean? So does this fall on them? Also, just go check the discovery supplemental request done before Alan Jackson came on board. And that's what I was doing the other day to see what was asked for by Karen Reed and when. And there was a chunk that was asked for, and then it was like silent. And then when Alan Jackson gets on board, it's like they go for the Albert's phones in September of 2022. And then they rebring that claim forward in, April of 2023. And it was after they were able to get the image of some phones and shit like that. And failing to supervise the relationship between Proctor and Kevin Albert, including permitting backdoor communications involving the O'Keefe investigation and other social. You know, this to me still. How are you making this claim when you didn't call like this man to the stand? You know, why didn't they call him to the stand? What does them drinking and driving in Cape Cod have to do with the Karen Reed case, though? Like this right here, I mean, it may just look good on paper, but what the fuck does this have to do with anything to do with Karen Reed? Providing Brian Higgins with access to the CPD station without supervision. It's interesting. Once CPD knew Higgins used the CPD station in the middle of the night immediately following the house party on the night of Mr. O'Keefe's death, failing to investigate and report that fact to the MSP. That would be Sean. Who else would know that? What do you mean? It was in his report when he was interviewed. That doesn't make any sense. When Higgins was interviewed, he said he went to the Canton Police Department to fucking do some administrative. Like, that's the other thing with these reports, guys. When you have lazy people that write your reports, you couldn't be more fucked. But it's their wording, it's hearsay. That's why a report is never get entered into evidence. It's a hearsay document, okay? It's to memorialize, you know, record the shit. But they did. Brian Higgins said that he went to CPD. Okay? It's in the report that was given to Karen Reed. So if I'm seeing that report, then I'm over here like, oh my God, we want every Canton Police Department video showing him. Like we want to go secure all of the Canton Police Department surveillance cameras. It was Brian Higgins was one of the first people that was interviewed, and that interview was turned over to Karen Reed very, very early on. So I don't know. So saying providing Brian Higgins with access to the CPD station without supervision, he has a pass, so he's being supervised. Like any swipe he does. So it's like they know exactly where he's moving around. We have him on camera. And once CPD knew, Canton Police Department knew that Higgins used the Canton Police Department station in the middle of the night immediately following the house party on the night of the Mr. O'Keefe's death, failing to investigate and report that fact. I think that this is absolutely ridiculous, but why would they report that? What does that have anything to do with anything? Brian Higgins reported Brian Higgins reported it. It's just nuts. She knew about it so early on, and you would just come on, especially if you believe that you're being like, you want to get everything. He didn't plow the driveway to be silly with no snow or observers. Silly to who? What the heck's this thing doing? Higgins spent a whole day drinking and then went to CPD move city fleet vehicles. He just moved. Did he even move? Did he even end up doing that? hiding the close relationship between CPD's Chief Ken Berkowitz and House Defendant Higgins? Who? So the Canton Police Department hid this fact? How about you're hiding the fact that you were having a relationship with this man and sexting him? And you don't think like when after your boyfriend's found on the ground, like how are you not immediately saying, "Oh my God, Higgins, what the fuck did you do?" That would have been what I would have said. Was that what the whole thing was? Is like John's dead. John died. Like I just wouldn't have said John died. I would have been like, what the fuck did you guys do? Did you confront him and tell him that we made out? Like what the fuck did you do? I drop him off and then he's dead. Sexting that wasn't sexting, whatever they want to call it. It's just, you guys, come on. What the fuck? She wasn't sexting him. She went over to his house. What are you talking about? Fuck. She made herself available only to do what? Make John jealous? Well, guess what? If you want to live with that fucking guilt, go right ahead, but just be honest. Like if you don't want to, that's what I feel like here is like you're not addressing the biggest white elephant in the room because it's like it will just look bad like that John got put in that situation because of you. What, to be in a fight with fucking Higgins? I mean, it's right there. I just can't believe that you wouldn't, when he doesn't come home, like you're not calling him at all. And then in the morning, you don't call him. Like that's the one person's number that you do have would be Higgins. I don't know, man. Failing to document the condition of and supervise Miss Reed's SUV. I agree with documentation. Absolutely. It should have been documented. Everybody has cell phones nowadays. I just cannot believe that we did not see on Proctor's cell phone that he actually like went up to her car and took a picture of it. You know what I mean? Like, because I thought for sure his stupid ass would have made like just a dumb move. I mean, maybe it could have been deleted, but that he would have taken a picture of it. That's what cops always do. Failing to document the condition of and supervise Miss Reed's SUV once it entered the Sallyport garage at CPD and allowed the undocumented destruction of the taillight. And they are all believing that this taillight was, taken apart. I believe it was destructed and taken apart in the driveway. Especially if you, the CPD's failures caused harm to a foreseeable class of plaintiffs, namely Miss Reed. Okay. Miss Reed presented her claim. Okay. CPD did not respond. Is that what we're at? CPD did not respond to Miss Reed's present within 6 months of that date. As a result, CPD is deemed to have finally denied her claim. They just didn't respond. Civil conspiracy. Yeah, this is what I want to know if they can get. Miss Reed repeats and relaunches. Okay, so great. MSP and CPD had a common design with each other and with Proctor and the occupancy. Wow, the eye and the occupants. To unlawfully and improperly direct the investigation into the death of John O'Keefe towards Miss Karen Reed. I'm sorry, but you're not going to be able to get the House defendants in part of this because of Miss Reed's statements. Miss Reed made the statements that she made, and those were repeated. I do my own research. I read the reports. I read them myself. And nobody was like, there's no report. In fact, a lot of the people's testimonies, they were like, we didn't say that. So Michael Proctor just got it wrong. Yeah, I guess if that's what it's written there, then yeah, he got it wrong. And it's like, yeah, duh, he got it wrong, just like he's gotten everything else wrong, right? Why can't that work for them though too? You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm very curious to see if if Jen McCabe's dad would, if anybody's over here backing like the Sean Goods and the Proctors of the world. Like they can't possibly be backed. I mean, John's family can't possibly be backing this shit. You just can't. She made them on TV. Yeah. Higgins said he wanted the real deal. I think Turtleboy says it every day. Then he fucking records Kieran Reed and blows up his own fucking legs like Lieutenant Dan. Turtleboy fucking blew up his own legs like Lieutenant Dan. Literally live. Jen McCabe's dad, yes. He wrote a letter. It's in the Discovery. Wait, that's all? They don't have anything. Wait, what? I'm confused. Count 3 is civil conspiracy, and there's just MSP and CPD had a common design. Oh, she realleges. Okay. But is there... Oh, okay. So it's attached as Exhibit 1. Okay. I was about to say, I was like, wait a second. Jury demands prayer for relief. So the reason that it's this long is because audio files found on attached USB drives. Okay. Wow. Exhibit 2. Is this the amended complaint? Okay. All right. What do you guys think? I hope she gets paid bank and back and then some more. Yeah, she's going to get paid lots of money. She's going to be a very wealthy person, and I think that she should be. What? Did not know that. I'll have to look it up. Yes, go ahead, look it up. I felt really bad, you know. But yeah, they were writing a bunch of letters got wrote to the district attorney. They were not happy with the district attorney. Let's just put it that way. Okay, I want to look at what do you guys think about this? I mean, this is who I would be suing. I'd be suing the police. That's where all my focus would be going. I hope those 4 ladies that have a YouTube channel, what? Read this document word for word. They need to read the disgusting text 10 times. Procter and Good can't be the only losers. Well, yeah, they are. I mean, you guys, this is... Let's be honest, though. You're not going to write this shit to people that are like... These dudes were friends in high school. They went to high school together. They were friends in high school. This is how they fucking talk to each other. Like I said, both of their families raised these kids. The Good family, Goody family, and the Proctor family raised their kids to be up. The hate is taught. Period. Period. I think TB hates women. Oh, fuck. I know that he is totally salty about the fact that he was not on, I don't know, the Today Show, Good Morning America, wherever the fuck they toured. All right, let's see. It's just like the lies, the gaslighting, to sit here and say, like, you didn't show up to Colin Albert's deposition. And then Turtleboy's out here talking about, oh, Colin's going to fucking serve, our country. Fuck you, Turtleboy. All you serve is people's dick, like your dick in their mouth. You serve herpes. Why does he even comment? The amount of, it's a unhealthy obsession how much he talks about Colin fucking Albert. Okay, Colin Albert, like, Turtleboy is in love with you. Let me pull that's not what I want to do. Okay, let's see. It was the Today Show. See, that's just how much, like, he's obsessed with Karen Reed. Karen Reed. I love you, Karen Reed. Yeah.
Karen Reed walked out of court a free woman. She's waging her own legal battle this morning against the police departments she says framed her for the murder of her boyfriend, police officer John O'Keefe.
You know what you did. You know what you've done.
The 46-year-old filing a scathing new civil suit against Massachusetts State Police and the town of Canton, laying out a litany of racist messages her attorneys say were exchanged between the lead investigator on Reed's case, Michael Proctor, and former Canton Police Sergeant Sean Good.
Take your time. I saw was involved, so I wouldn't rush if you're working. Let them die.
Yeah, I didn't know that they were just going to play this shit.
Most of the messages unrelated to Reed, but according to the complaint, their crude nature expose a culture of bias and corruption.
You are a filthy pig that you just do dirty things to.
Reed's history
doesn't even sound like him.
With Proctor and others in law enforcement stretching back years.
She's a whack job.
Her attorneys have long maintained, but have yet to prove, that O'Keefe was killed at a house party after a night of heavy drinking with fellow officers back in 2022, who then tried to cover it up by falsely accusing Reed of hitting O'Keefe with her SUV, leaving him to die in the snow.
This case should be over right now. Done. Because there was no collision.
A jury ultimately acquitted Reed last summer of second-degree murder after her first trial ended with a hung jury. Proctor, meanwhile, was fired for his misconduct, his lawyer dismissing the newly revealed messages from his personal life as having no bearing whatsoever on the investigation of Karen Reed. Sergeant Good also off the force, resigning this week.
Look at this fucking dope. Like, look at these motherfuckers. Like them talking about people. Like, look at these people. But guess what, guys? These people, according to Aiden Carney, they should be able to say and do all of this shit because it's what? Freedom of speech, right? So I mean, these are his compadres. This is like his little fucking, he's like, I am not like that though. I am not like that. What the fuck are you talking about, man? Somebody doesn't call you back and you fucking act like Baker and fucking Jennifer Just Machado, whatever the fuck her name is.
After he was placed on leave for alleged.
This is his circle. He was all buddy with all these police officers, right?
Misconduct. It's unclear if that leave was connected to Reed. But Massachusetts State Police call their messages, quote,
Exactly.
abhorrent,
What's up, girl?
adding in a statement they do not reflect the agency's values. Yet the allegations of police corruption at the heart of Reed's defense struck a chord for many of her supporters, who often gathered outside the courthouse, with many more following online.
Never in my entire life have I been more invested in a court case.
Even an auction of her SUV attracting intense interest until it was sold. It all comes as the former financial analyst.
I didn't even see this earlier. Fuck, I don't even know if the old mayor's dad's still in here. Broken brain is a loser. He also compared himself to a Holocaust victim today. Oh my God, I will send you the clip. Oh my God, girl, I just saw this. What the fuck? I didn't even see this before. Girl, my bad. Fuck A. Thank you so much, old mayor's dead. $49.99. Fuck yeah. That's how I'm gonna have to end this live. I mean, a little Johnny Depp trial crowd. How much money do you think she spent on suits? Loki, she was a professor, right? I mean, she really likes to brush her teeth, though. I'll tell you that. She was adamant about having her teeth brushed. And I mean, I gotta give her props like she cared. Like some people, you know, give them props for that. I just can't.
Fends off other legal woes, including a wrongful death lawsuit brought by the O'Keefe family. But Karen Reed has vowed to keep fighting to vindicate her innocence.
There's more evidence and there's more of a story to tell.
Now, NBC News has reached out to Sean Good, but has not yet heard back.
NBC News has called Sean Good. He has not reached out. We are not going to air that, clip of us calling him and him hanging up on us, though. So.
Town of Canton, meantime, says it refutes any broad stroke characterizations about the people who serve in that department. And joining us now is Karen Reed.
Wait, so who is the guy all the way on the right? Okay.
Along with her two attorneys, Alan Jackson and Charles Waters. Good morning, everyone.
Charles Waters, he knew? Interesting.
Good morning. Karen, let's start with you because we really haven't heard from you much and seen you really at all since the jury's not guilty verdict. First, just why file this lawsuit now? You already have one lawsuit in the queue. Why do this now?
This was always our plan, that I had to save my own life first. I can't do anything if I'm not free. And I had to fight for my freedom for years. And I knew as it unfolded, I was never going to be able to just forget that this happened to me, that I was wronged in this way. I couldn't just go back to life as it was. I have to continue fighting for justice. The acquittal is deserved, but the wrongs have not been completely righted. They've been happening along the way, but I always knew this was going to happen if I could get the help legally to do this.
Let's talk about that for a moment, Alan, because again, as we just saw in Laura's story there, Sergeant Good's been fired, right. Lieutenant Proctor fired. They're both gone. The departments have said that there was wrongdoing. They've admitted that. From a legal standpoint, what do you precisely want to see happen here that has not already happened?
Well, it's a civil case. So the remedy is the law speaks in dollars, but that's not what the ultimate goal is here. The ultimate goal is to ensure that we bring to the light the institutional biases, the institutional corruption that permeates the Massachusetts law enforcement system. That's what this lawsuit's going to do. Ultimately, what Karen wants, you cannot write on a check, which is exposure of the corruption that is the DNA of the Massachusetts State Police, of the Canton Police Department, which is evidenced by these two individuals in their text messages, they were in a position where they felt comfortable within their own family, the family of law enforcement, to send these vile text messages, to send these vile voicemails that are reflective of a deeper problem in the culture. That's what we want to expose.
But to be clear, we're seeking money.
At the end of the day, that's what the civil law requires. Yeah.
Charles, I want to bring you in here because you guys have always maintained she was framed, right? That's been your entire theory from the beginning here. But what evidence have you actually amassed over the past 4 years now? What evidence do you have to support that claim?
Well, I mean, I think that Alan, during the criminal cases, let the whole world see the evidence that she had. But I think first and foremost, you look at the injuries that John O'Keefe suffered, and that to me is the key. Those were injuries from the back of his head. He died from injuries to the back of his head, some ridged lead surface.
But you've had that for a while now, right?
But the question was what evidence is, and you start there. And when you start there and you realize that the medical examiner, for example, testified at the criminal trial that these injuries that he had were inconsistent with a car strike. So you start there and then you say, what else could have happened? And then you look at the house. And then you look at the people that were in the house. And there are ridged surfaces in the house. There are relationships that John O'Keefe had with people in that house that were difficult relationships. And there's a lot of evidence that we've uncovered and that we're going to still uncover in this civil case.
Karen, let me come back to you for a moment here, because since the two trials, like what has life been like for you? I know you lost your house, you lost your car. Are you working right now?
No, I'm not working. I still don't have my license, and I'm back working on the case. And, you know, we've brought in civil lawyers, but this case is so comprehensive that we need all hands on deck. I mean, I'm working on the case every day, and I don't know that I really ever took time off, and I don't know that I felt like I wanted to take time off. I want this to be over, but it's not done yet.
I want to, because we saw the throngs of supporters who would show up at that courthouse who clearly believed, just as the jurors did. But you have to know that when you walk down the street, there are lots of people who look at Karen Read and who think, oh, there's that woman that got away with killing her ex-boyfriend who was a cop. How do you go through life knowing that there are lots of people who, despite what the jury said, still think you did it and you got away with it?
I've not had any evidence that there's lots of people who feel that way. I mean, I have lived more low-key in the last year. I've just struggled to not have the adrenaline that I had during trial. But I have no interactions, no matter where I go. The grocery store, a restaurant, Newbury Street in Boston, any hotel or restaurant I eat at. I don't pay for meals. I get discounts everywhere. My parents get help taking groceries. I don't have interactions. I have not seen lots of people. I haven't seen one. The support isn't relegated to what you saw at the courthouse. It's throughout Massachusetts, and it happens.
So you've
when
never
I
heard from one person who?
Not one. Well, there were.
Have you been on the internet? I mean, have you looked at any of the?
Oh yes, yeah. Okay. I've seen tweets. I have not interacted with anyone, and yes, there were people. There were pink shirts, and there was maybe for every 50 pink shirts, there was someone in a blue shirt who had, many of them, ties to people on the other side of this case.
John, let's talk about John for a second, Karen, because you dated for 2 years. You got so close.
What the fuck just happened there? Oh my God. Oh my God. I think Karen wants to like fucking. Why did he just go apeshit on Karen like that? Karen, have you been reading what they say on the internet about you? What? Oh my God. Have you been reading what they say on the internet about you? Like, wait, what? I would have been like, where do you read? Where are you reading this? I'm just so I could know where I could go find this or to stay away from. What are you reading? I think that was fucking wild. I mean, I feel like he hates her. Why did they do an interview with him if he
believed just as the jurors did? But you have to know that when you walk down the street, there are lots of people who look at Karen Reed and who think, oh, there's that woman that got away with killing her ex-boyfriend who was a cop. How do you go through life knowing that there are lots of people who, despite what the jury said, still think you did it and you got away with it?
I've not had any evidence that there's lots of people who feel that way. I mean, I have lived.
I would have just said that, period.
More low key in the last year. I've just struggled to not have the adrenaline that I had during trial. But I have no interactions, no matter where I go. The grocery store, a restaurant, Newbury Street in Boston, any hotel or restaurant I eat at. I don't pay for meals. I get discounts everywhere. My parents get help taking groceries. I don't have interactions. I have not seen lots of people. I haven't seen one. The support isn't relegated to what you saw at the courthouse. It's throughout Massachusetts, and it happens.
So you've
when
never
I
heard
travel.
from one person who?
Not one. Well, there were.
Have you been on the internet? I mean, have you looked at any of the?
Oh yes, yeah.
Okay.
I've seen tweets. I have not interacted with anyone, and yes, there were people. There were pink shirts, and there was maybe for every 50 pink shirts, there was someone in a blue shirt who had many of them ties to people on the other side of this case.
John, let's talk about John for a second, Karen, because you dated for 2 years. You got so close with his family, his nieces, his nephews. You went on vacation together, right? This is somebody that you loved. And yet I think for a lot of people, somehow he gets lost sometimes in this conversation.
Well, he's not lost. He's the reason we're doing this.
I think I think people sometimes wonder, are you doing this for John, or are we trying to go after institutional corruption? Are we trying to get you money damages? What is the goal?
John was the victim of this institutional corruption, and we're the voice for John. And I have lived nearly daily John's final moments, and what happened to him, what was on his phone, what was the temperature of his phone, what was his interactions that I had experienced prior to his death with members of the family that lived in that house. And this all revolves around John. I can speak about my personal memories with John, and his family can speak to them as well. But I implore any one of John's family or friends to point to any moment that I wasn't loving or caring with John and his adopted niece and nephew. And
what was he like?
John was very easygoing and kind of shy, quiet. And he just liked to watch Boston sports and drink a few beers. And he was funny. He had a really good sense of humor. And he was very dutiful to his niece and nephew. I mean, he did everything. They were involved in anything they wanted to be involved in. And he tried incredibly hard with them and gave up his bachelorhood, changed his trajectory on the Boston Police Department to care for them. So he was incredibly sacrificial.
We know you're fighting the civil suit that's been filed by his family, but if you could talk to his family today, what would you say to him?
I don't have anything to say to his family. I interacted with them for several years. John and I had actually dated a long time ago when we were in our early 20s, and I was caring and I believe generous with them, with my time, and we did spend a lot of time together. And they experienced who I am, and they know who I am.
Beyond the civil suit, what comes next for Karen Reed? What are you going to do for the rest of your life?
I don't know.
I don't think we're done discussing law enforcement, corruption, what's wrong with Massachusetts, where else is it?
So let's say you win the civil suit, then what comes next for you personally?
Personally, I'd like to keep talking about what I've experienced. I haven't really been free enough, especially with all these lawsuits, to say all that I've experienced. And I think it would be a waste for me to just disappear and go live on an island, although I would like to do that.
Well, we hope that you will come back. We have a lot more that we want to discuss with you as this case continues. Karen, Alan, Charles, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC.
That was fucking like just awkward. That was just like, no wonder their ratings suck. Jesus. That was fucking awful. Mainstream media, bleh. No wonder. Damn. I mean, you guys, I hate to say this, but like, I even think that, let's see. Yeah.
You burn everyone. Everyone. Because you can't make, you can only break. And you make money when you break shit. Isn't it pathetic? But talk some more about my big old penis in plastic.
Right, that's not how we said it. Look at all of the things that.
Again, you know it's xenophobic to sit and do shit like that because you're so fucking dumb you don't even know what an accent is. Do you know it shows what a pathetic piece of shit you are, and you are using an East Asian accent instead of using a Danish accent? You should be more like this. Do you really think this is fun?
That's what Karen Reed was like doing. This is fun. Ellen, what was that? I don't know. Fucking Craig's gonna hear about that fucking those questions.
Do you really think this is good? You're a fucking racist piece of shit.
I thought he was talking about fucking Proctor. No, he's talking about fucking Jess Machado. Oh my god, this guy is releasing lifetimes of trauma. You guys, I mean, I gotta hand it to you, Broken Baker. All I have to say is you were better than the Today Show. Definitely were. I mean, that Today Show appearance was absolutely horrific. It was so awkward. It was so, I mean, I think personally Karen got like fucking ambushed. I thought it was in poor taste too. Like, fuck you, Craig Melvin. You know, retire, motherfucker. Look at your ratings.
Now I understand why Kane goes on your show. Remember back when you were like, oh, should I bring Kane back? And everyone in your fucking chat said, no. Well, maybe I judged him wrong. Remember, you're the greatest judgment of character.
That you sent me. He would have said, why did you send me all of these things?
Which I did when I said, hey, I'm going to send all of it back. I don't want it. Did you ever check that? No, because I don't do fact check. I only do drama because I have no talent. I am just a stupid woman who sit here and say dumb things.
What about your ting ting? What about your doja ding ding? Oh.
Have you checked with your best friend in the world if I ever said I don't want it? No, because then you couldn't have done this stupid show. Because you never fact check anything. Because you don't give a shit. Because when this comes out and I got to notice you're here. Are you going to go fact check all of this bullshit with your best friend in the world? Are you going to say sorry that you made racist tropes against me by sitting there with that fucking fake accent? How many languages do you speak, you pathetic cunt? Are you going to come in here and cry now or say, oh, you did all of this. You don't like my show. Oh, I don't like your show. I don't like you. You are a fucking hateful piece of shit. Congratulations. You have your content for the next few days. I talk for an hour and 14 minutes. And you can clip all of that out and you can cry about it like you cry about everything else. You can make up with Jimmy now. Then you can get some more DMs you can share. You have no morals. You are fat. You're a sad, pathetic piece of shit. You're making fun of my accent. What about your accent? No, in Fall River, we don't have an accent. She has a flat ass and a weird Fall River accent. What the shit are you on about? Massachusetts are known for having the worst accents in America.
This is fucking priceless.
You're making fun of my accent from a state that can't say water. Car.
From a state that can't say water, you motherfuckers.
Khakis.
This is fucking.
Do you know how lowbrow the humor you use are? I'm amazed that you have survived this long as a content creator. Sadly, drama sells, and you are a perfect example of why the YouTube is way too easy for pathetic drama merchants. Go cry. Run off now. Go make your show. Make a spaces. Talk about how deviant I am. How I like putting my dick in stuff. Because you know it.
Go make a spaces. How I like putting my dick in stuff. In stuff. Okay, I'm gonna do a spaces tomorrow, and it's gonna be like how I like to put my dick in stuff.
I know it. He would have said no. I said no. She didn't respect the no.
She didn't respect the no. That's a no.
Because she is a harasser, just like you. But because what you're doing now, you're harassing me. Because you never fact checked any of this. And you can send your bunny army after me. Tell them all to attack me. Tell them all to unsub from me. I'm not going to tell that because I was perfectly fine never ever talking shit about you. Until you chose to shit on everything that's me. Because you have no morals. You have no...
I was perfectly fine not talking shit about you until you shit on everything that's me. What?
Morals. You only go where the money go.
That is so wild hearing from the Karen Reed clan.
That's disgusting. Because you will sell anything and everyone for the next dollar. I have morals. I won't sink as low as you did. Fucking racist piece of shit. Oh, you can't call me racist. What is that accent? Is it an Indian accent? Is it a Danish accent? What is it about? Why are you making that accent? Do you think it's funny? Is that what you're doing? Is this funny? Telling my friends here in Knoxville that they are housing a sexual degenerate? Is that
That's not
funny?
funny at all. I have problems with that. Is that what she said, Baker? That's some wild shit. Why don't you fucking tell? I mean, you are who you hang out with, man. What the fuck?
Is that what you think is good? Sitting here talking about how I love getting unwanted sex toys because I love putting my dick in it. Jess Machado, be honest. If I send you a dildo tonight, I'm going to go on Bad Dragon right now and order you a dildo. Are you going to sit tomorrow and say, oh, I'm going to try it? Or are you going to say, oh, Baker is such a pervert? You're a fucking pervert because you think I will fuck a plastic toy I got sent from a woman I told, leave me the fuck alone. Has she told you she lied about having breast cancer? Well, I don't know if she lied, but she claimed she had, oh, I found nuts in my tits when I didn't want to talk to her. Did she talk about her mom getting dementia when I didn't want to talk to her? Because that's what she did. You are enabling harassment of men, and you don't care because you're a shitty human being. I wish I can't see chat right now because I'm fucking fuming. I hope all your writing is, I'm sorry I did this. I'm sorry I did this. I'm sorry I did this. I'm retracting all of it. I'm retracting all of the shit I said about you, Baker, because I don't know shit about you, because I'm a fucking shitty person who just make up lies, because I cannot do anything on my own. I just need drama because I'm so sad and pathetic. I can't do shit on my own. Go do investigative journalism. Remember when you wanted to be an investigative journalist like Aiden? Oh.
Like Aiden. And you wanted to do Jerry Springer like Aiden. I mean, it's all just ratchet shit here.
Oh, then you wanted to be the Dr. Phil of the internet. Then you wanted to be the whatever shit you would try to be.
Then you try to be whatever shit you try. This is the best.
You know what you've never been? Good at.
Good in bed. Look at it. Ready?
Anything other than making fucking drama by burning bridges with everyone around you. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about? How are you in drama with everyone? How can you have drama with everyone? Why are you sharing DMs? Only coward shares DMs. Because it makes you money. Be honest about it. Just be honest. You're a fucking grifting piece of shit who will use anyone. Anyone to make the next dollar. You don't care. Tomorrow, if it's your husband you have to put under the bridge, as long as you get paid. If it's Aiden, you're going to put under the bridge. If it's Karen Reed, if it's whoever, you will burn another person. Well, tomorrow I'm going to be the topic where you're going to sit and cry and be the victim. You fucking coward. You fucking coward. The only DM you ever sent me was, can you confirm that you shit talk me? I'll confirm it. You are fucking loser. But why did you care? I never said it publicly. Are you really that thin-skinned? Are you really?
Why do you care that I called you a loser? I didn't call it to you. I didn't say it publicly. Why the fuck do you care?
Fucking thin-skinned. Do you want a list of the other creators that is around us I don't like?
Oh my god, let's do fucking social circle. Come on, please. Please.
Because I will never give it to you.
I'll never give you this dick. Ever. Oh.
I have enough morals that I will accept other people like these people, and that's fine.
Yes, me too. It's the Me Too movement, yes. I don't tell anybody where to go, who to talk to, who to hang out with. You do you, baby.
It's not my cup of tea.
Absolutely. It's not my cup of cum.
But I won't sit and do, oh, this is the social chat, so I can show you who you can like. Fuck off. Who are you to be the judge of anyone on the internet? What are your credentials? Well, I can make a bad accent because I don't know Danish, so I just try to make a swow up that I don't understand because I am not that smart. Go sit on a cactus.
I don't.
Go sit on a cactus. Fucking dad. Oh my god. Just fucking go sit on a goddamn cactus, okay?
Appreciate any of these sexual toys. Please do not contact me again.
All of what I said to her, fuck you, bitch.
Okay, that's what it would look like. Instead,
that's what I said to her. I just didn't put it on the internet because, unlike you, I don't need to destroy people. I don't get joy from it destroying people. I know you do, because that buys you your next Dunkin'.
what he did was he said, let me arrange the boobie and the fleshlight and my crocheted dildos on my...
You're so fucking funny. You should do a comedy hour instead of doing your shitty drama hour. Let me arrange it. Maybe go listen a little bit to Scandinavia. It's countries. It's Norway. It's Sweden. It's Denmark. Countries. The language that you call American that doesn't exist but is English is actually built on our language. I know it comes as a shock at you. Oh, world didn't start in 1776. Maybe open a book, learn a little bit about the world.
And tell her to stop sucking that dick. Yeah.
A phobic piece of shit. Learn a little bit about the world. You xenophobic piece of shit.
What was that? Skinophobic?
Learn a little bit about the world. You xenophobic piece of shit.
Xenophobic? Okay, wow.
My table with pride and
with no pride. With no pride. But you don't know pride because you have no pride. You only have scorn for everyone else.
Take a photo.
My internet sex slave. Do you listen to yourself when this shit comes out of your mouth? Or are you just spewing shit? Is this just like a calf who drinks too much milk and just shoots out the other end? Is it just retardation?
She's a fucking cat. Oh my God. You're a cat.
That just flies out of your mouth. Is this what you're doing? Is this really what you call content? I hope you made $1 million.
It's called content. It's definitely content. Come and join me for my content hour.
I hope you make $2 million. And I hope you are shamed every fucking time. I'm always the victim. I'm such a victim. Everyone hates me, and I'm such a great person. Why isn't everyone just loving me? I'm just my shadow. Go fuck yourself. You are the reason why men like Aiden Carney gets laughed at when 5150 harassed him. What's the difference? You tell me. You do a show tomorrow and show me where's 5150 and J7 not the same. Oh, she didn't hack your computer. No, she didn't. She fucking found my Danish phone number. So she could get in contact with me on WhatsApp. She made 3 different email addresses that I had to block. She tried to get on me to... Oh,
Aiden makes like 15 a day, so it's okay.
I need a phone call on Buy Me a Coffee. She made 7 different Facebook accounts. Tell me, you knower of people, how is she different than 5150? You are no better than the pieces of shit who says Aiden was just having a temper tantrum. You are a despicable piece of shit.
Aiden was having a temper tantrum. Aiden's a fucking little baby who didn't get invited to the Today Show. He's probably crying still.
Because you perpetuate the lie that men cannot be women, a victim of...
Men cannot be women. Thank you.
Women. Perpetuate, you are a despicable piece of shit because you perpetuate the lie that men cannot be women, a victim of women. And it makes me... I know everything about your character.
Tell us, Dad. Tell us, Daddy. Give it to us.
Everything now. And I was right when I said, this piece of shit is no good.
Yeah.
She's no good and she's going to destroy everyone around her. And I was fucking right. But I never said anything.
But see, because you're a pussy. Because you're a fucking pussy. Because you won't rock the boat. Because you got to be, oh, it's Aiden's friend. Fuck that. Be a fucking man. Show me your motherfucking cajoons. Yeah. Watch all the fucking... Karen Reed Island is exploding and I'm loving it.
Because unlike you, I don't make content out of drama. Unlike you, I'll just go on my merry way and I do my own content. I don't need
do my own content too.
Destroy others to feel good. That's like you. Harassing smaller channels. Oh, you shouldn't be here. Those weird law girls, not attorneys. They're weird. I'm the only one who can be a content creator. You're so full of shit. about 4 years ago was, I'm not going to do the easy thing. And I'm sorry, chat, I'm a little. $1. Do you know what Ian Runkle is? He's the fucking king. That man raises money for children. What do? Sit and piss and whine that you don't make enough money. I'm not going to watch Jimmy. Jimmy is streaming. Today's topic, not for me. I can say I'm not going to watch Squirrel School with Emily C. and Expert, even though Expert is my best friend on the internet, because they're streaming at 3 o'clock at night. That doesn't mean that I'm going to sit and tell anyone.
3 o'clock at night. These motherfuckers, man. 3 o'clock at night. I've never heard that statement in my motherfucking life. 3 o'clock at night. I think he means 3 a.m.
One else not to watch it. You got pissy that J7 showed you a DM where I said, I don't like her. She's a fucking drama queen. You are a drama queen. You are the biggest drama queen in the true crime community. You are a fucking hypocrite and you are a drama queen. You make no content. You do nothing other than start fights so you can cry. I'm fucking sorry. And everyone who want to come at me, come fucking at me. I don't give a shit. I built it before. I'll build it again. If any of the honey buns
Hell yeah, I'll throw my dick on the table. I'll build it again.
who threaten people and saying, oh, you better shut up about her because we honey bunnies are more than you are. Do you know how fucking insane that sounds?
Yeah, that's what you guys do the whole time. Because I have a different theory of what could have potentially happened that night. Lana's a fucking lunatic. Oh, really? You think Lana gives a fuck what you think? I present to you the $80,000 panel. These fucking idiots.
Who are in a cult now? Not even Aiden has people saying that. People can tell you, oh, Aiden is wrong. Don't do it to the Honey Bunny Club because she's the queen. Why? What have she given you that's worth getting 10 stacks a month, if that's even true? What is it that she brings to the table other than piss and moan daily? What is the content she brought you? She couldn't even get her ass to Kelsey Fitzsimmons' hearings. And then she wants to sit and tell law girls, not attorneys, who I'm not the biggest fan of either. Hey, let's be honest. I'm not their biggest fans. I don't watch a lot of their shows.
Why would you ever watch a 15-year-old? I mean, that's probably a good thing.
I don't sit and piss and moan about them and say, you shouldn't watch them. You shouldn't be YouTube creators. Because you know what? They have people who like their style. You have people who like your style. I have people who like my style. Do you know what I don't do? I don't think I'm better than anyone. I'm the worst streamer on the internet. But I'm fucking honest. I'm honest. Do you know what you are?
You think that you're better than me, Baker. And I think that's laughable, but whatever.
A fucking liar. You lie to everyone. You selectively shared your DMs with Boston Cyber Chick when you had a beef with her because she said, hey, could you tone down the political rhetoric a little bit? You lost your fucking mind. You know who does that? Drama queens.
Aiden.
You are a drama queen and you're nothing else.
This is fucking priceless.
Oh, you can't say that. And I'm going to make it 24/24 tomorrow crying about how evil people are. Well, fuck you. Fuck you all the way. But Baker, you don't say stuff like that. You're such a nice guy. I'm going to show you exactly why I'm saying what I'm saying. And anyone who want to come at me after that, I'm going to say like Aiden, you can fuck all the way off. Because if you support what she did to me, what she have said about me, I don't want you. You can fuck right off. If you think what she did was appropriate, well, Jen Altman said bad things. I never said a word about her. I never said shit about her when she was sitting there. Oh, from news from Denmark, a little baker boy burned down his bakery while he was masturbating to titties that got online. And I'm funny. Oh, Baker can move down because I don't like what he says in DMs. Fuck you. Take your pathetic thin skin and fuck off. I don't give a shit about you. You can do all the shows you want tomorrow. Congratulations. You finally got some content. Someone don't like me. I'm a victim. You're always the victim, aren't you? Loved your story about your husband. I really hope it was true. Very detailed. You forgot that little part. Oh, I slept so well for 2 nights. Oh, except yesterday when I didn't sleep at all. People are on to all your little lies. Well, it's not little lies because you can't lie a little bit. You lie constantly. And people call you out. And what do? You get fucking defensive and you start beef with someone else. Jimmy's story about the U-Haul. Who's true? You or him? Maybe those are the DMs you should show us.
Wait, what?
Remember when you told J7, those call you out, and what do? You can't lie a little bit. You lie constantly. And people call you out, and what do? You get fucking defensive and you start beef with someone else. Jimmy's story about the U-Haul. Who's true? You or him? Maybe
what U-Haul? What were you and Jimmy or Jimmy and like Jess up to in a U-Haul? That sounds fun.
Those are the DMs you should show us. Remember when you told J7, show everything. What a fucking cunt you are. But Baker, you can't call a woman a cunt. If she acts like a cunt, I'm calling her a fucking cunt. Oh, you're starting beef now. That woman has done nothing. She attacked Aiden. She shared private information with Aiden.
She attacked Aiden? She shared wait, what?
Well, she tried to help him. Shut the fuck up. You
shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. And you shut the fuck up. You hear me? Well, guess what we give away over here, guys? We give away these little they're like pieces of the puzzle. And it says, a truly amazing team is hard to find. Thank you for being a key piece of our success. This is what we give away over here.
You can do that privately. Well, she's just trying to help. No, she's trying to make it content because she knows Aiden's name sells. She has no content. And she has 1,200 people watching every morning, listening to all of her bullshit.
And her fart in the car and shit.
It's all fucking bullshit. Oh, I went out, got paid. Oh, the lady knew me. I'm so fucking famous. What you're famous for? What have you done that you're so famous for? Really didn't move much in the world of the YouTubes. Well, you're famous for is starting the new club, the 1240 Club.
What is the 1240 Club? God damn it. He has fucking merch. Wait, he did a spray on shirt. 1240. What the fuck is the 1240 Club?
I think that's a fitting intro. Let's hear why Baker Man is a little angry today. Sorry, I'm on my laptop, so it's a little rinky-dink.
This is fucking on.
In the Jess Walsh situation, what happens on X, it all gets fucking fucked up and weird or whatever. Jess Walsh is a fucking good fucking human being. I am fucking telling you, she is a good human being. That fucking bitch is a fucking real one. Her crashing out over fucking whatever and posting pictures, fine. Whatever. I'm telling you, she's a good fucking person. I know character. I know who people are. I'm telling you. By the way, I'm never fucking wrong.
I'm never fucking wrong. She's a good person. You sure about that?
What the fuck?
You're sure about she's a good fucking person? She's the real ones to pick. No. I flirted with her for about 2 weeks. And then she did exactly the same thing to me that she did to Jake. She went fucking insane. This woman, I took pictures of it because I knew someday, saying I had 8 packages coming my way. 8 fucking packages. And I said, I'm going to return them. And she said, no, because there's stuff in there from Emily C that she wants you to have. So I thought,
Emily C sent you a pocket pussy? I am dead. Emily C is a fucking kindergarten teacher, but she doesn't do kindergarten anymore. Like, we need kindergarten teachers. Why isn't she still a kindergarten teacher? I'm so confused. I'm so confused on that. But Broken Baker, Emily C sent you a pocket pussy?
well, I can't really do that. I'll accept it. And I asked her, is there anything in there that I cannot open on stream? And she said,
You opened a pocket pussy on stream?
well, there's a few things. One of the things was a fleshlight. In one end, it was a pussy. The other end, it was a mouth with teeth.
With teeth? Who wants who wants teeth? Who wants teeth? Oh my god. So like when you're going in and out, it scrapes your pee-pee? I'm so confused. Wait, what did Emily C send?
No, Jess Machado, I didn't.
What did Emily C send you?
The other end, it was a mouth with teeth. No, Jess Machado, I didn't like it. It's so good. Oh, I'm masturbating all the time. I took it. I said, what the fuck? And I took pictures of it because I knew someday some disgusting piece of shit who liked the clicks and views and liked the drama would put her on a stand and would try and use this to attack me because she has no content and she has no fucking morals. I took that and I threw it in the trash. Then I opened the other box that was roughly this size. One end, it was a pussy. It was a round ball with a pussy in one end. The other one had a nipple you could stick your dick in. Do you know what I did with that, Jess Machado? I didn't take it and say,
Who sticks their dick in nipples? I'm so Who talks about this? Who talks about this on the internet? Oh my god. Oh my god. The title of the video is For Loco, Let's Go Loco. Oh my god.
I'm gonna cream. Oh, J7, who I can't stand, who has threatened me that she's gonna kill herself if I don't talk to her. I'm so horny. No, you fucking disgusting piece of shit. I threw that in the trash. Then I got crochet dicks and butt plugs. I have a grandson. I don't know what you do in your household.
I have a grandson and crochet. Wait, what kind of
shit? I threw that in the trash. Then I got crochet dicks and butt plugs.
What kind crochet? Can somebody please send me a crochet butt plug, please? What are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about.
I have a grandson. I don't know what you do in your household. I know you're fond of talking and porn and stuff like that. We don't do that in my household. I'm not a purist. Hey, I fucking beat off and watch porn when I want to do it. Hey, I'm a grown man. What's the problem? I hope all of you have a healthy sexual appetite. At my age, it's pretty good. Do you know what I did with all of that? Because I have a grandson who comes in my house. Do you want me to have a crocheted penis standing around saying, even though I'm small, I'm going to keep you up or whatever the fuck it said? No, I threw it in the trash. The fidget spinners.
Wait, what did it say? Even though I'm small, I'm still going to keep you up? Wait, what? I need to send these. I need to get these.
I did with all of that because I have a grandson who comes in my house. Do you want me to have a crocheted penis standing around saying, even though I'm small, I'm going to keep you up or whatever the fuck it said? No, I threw it in the trash. The fidget spinners.
The what spinners? The stripper spinners? It's the only spinner I know. The stripper spinners?
It said, no, I threw it in the trash. The fidget spinners that was shaped like tits.
They were fidget spinners shaped like tits.
I threw it in the trash. All the rest of this highly sexual, highly inappropriate, because let's have a little, what situation could this has been okay in? So Jess Machado, when she grows up one day and doesn't have to rely on drama, maybe she'll start doing some content. Let's say I had been in Tennessee, where I am right now. I'm in Tennessee. I meet this young lady who thinks I'm the bee's knees, and I think, well, she's the dog's bollocks. And we have a wonderful night of exquisite passion. And then we think, oh, that's exquisite passion. And then we think,
wait, we have exquisite passion. I gotta get these terminologies down.
the bee's knees, and I think, well, she's the dog's bollocks. And we have a wonderful night of exquisite passion. And then
we have sex. I mean, I don't know. Is that what that means?
we think, oh, that was so great. Let's remind ourselves of this. And I don't do matching tattoos, so let's go to.
Wait. I don't do matching tattoos after I sleep with somebody either. I gotta go. On that note, guys, thank you guys for joining me tonight. Truth and transparency. Just so you guys know, Broken Baker does not do matching tattoos after a one-night stand. Neither do I. I mean, that's just way too much commitment right there for me. You guys can go check it out yourselves. The Reed Island is imploding. You cannot make this shit up. Thank you for joining me on this Friday night. A little lighthearted humor, I guess. But like I said, everybody on Reed Island is literally imploding. We have bakers fighting with bunnies. We have Aiden fighting with everybody secretly as he trolls them in his own fucking world. Again, guys, they all raised the $80,000 for Aiden to just hand it over to an attorney to defend himself for, freedom of speech. Freedom of speech, just like this. Just like this. The best end of a stream, hands down. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you back on the next one. I'm going to sleep so well thinking about my butt plugs and fidget spinner titty twisters. Good night. Thank you, moderators. Appreciate you guys. Truth and transparency, over and out.